you trying to get crazy with this?
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. And look at this defense for the Vikings. This crew against the pass. Issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Quick strikeout line by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A toss left side for Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, when receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. No gain on the play there, second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Jackson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. We'll get this to about the 38. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this being a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move it to the top 5.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff, Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Real quick, ready?
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
A gain of 15.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Henry is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Ready?
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Slot man moves right. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. LeJontay Wester with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meyer. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
You play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, the Vikings hit 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, it's Meyer. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
26-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's McCarthy. Complete to Wright. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
70 Lions. Cougar Knights first. Lead.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the sling, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Two yards to go, second down. Henry up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. In motion left, Bateman. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 35 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing again, McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw McCarthy. There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the points. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Complete to Likely. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Raven first down.
To throw is Jackson. Looking now, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Jackson going to keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
A 10-point game. 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Meyer. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Gus Priest holds for the third most in a single year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A first down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Running lanes were the premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hey, report! 180! Raise up!
Now it's Jackson. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running from the gun with Henry. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 9. Jackson now. And Walker has it. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You are
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and they're right back where they start. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Flexing his muscle at the 30. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Meyer. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He gets away from Raven. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards they pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meyer. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Vikings have Kenneth back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? Here, he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Henry. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Meyer. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
It's a gain
A
of
good
22
pickup there,
yards.
22.
And the Vikings.
So again from the 39,
down.
this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Looking to throw. McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set, go.
McCarthy off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo 80.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, and he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Now Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be third and long.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now McCarthy. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
19 more yards.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Meyer. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
It's a turnover on downs.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move.